See what I'm saying? It does look like that from the preset. So what do we got, Spencer? Starting off Friday night.
We've got Roswell, Georgia, Gate City Brewing Company, Citrus Maximus Indian Pale Ale or Indian Pale Lager.
So a citrus, but it's a lager.
Yeah, 5.5%.
A pale lager. It smells like an IPA with a citrus.
Yep.
Yep, but it's not. It doesn't have that aftertaste.
Yeah, there is no Christmas tree. It's just got that, like...
The start. It's I'm going to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if nobody watched our last episode I titled Harrison the Red, we called it before anybody. Harrison Ford.
We'll take our checks now.
Yeah. The Red Hulk.
So
I just didn't know he was coming in Captain America 4 before Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was signing into that.
Well, I mean, it kind of fits.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to have...
New World Order.
Well, they're going to have... what's that dude's name? The...
Winter Soldier?
No. Is it the leader or whatever?
Oh, the leader's supposed to be in that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The big head dude from the Hulk movie.
Okay.
And it's the same actor.
Oh, so, awesome.
Yeah, so...
So did you finish the last She-Hulk? Or are you through with the She-Hulk?
Yes.
Thoughts on the last episode? Honestly. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
The ending was original. A lot of people have been calling a lot of Marvel movies shows predictable as following formula. Me, myself, I don't mind the formula. That's the whole thing. I understand what they were doing with the fourth wall. And I applaud fourth wall. I mean, Deadpool, all of them, you do the fourth wall. In a way, I didn't mind it. You have Kevin, and which was funny. You know, her jumping to... My wife was, like, watching it, and she didn't understand, but she thought something went on, because all of a sudden the Marvel thing's up there. Spoilers alert. Turn this off if you don't want to hear spoilers. But the fact she got to change it, and then they took off the integral part of why did they steal her blood. I understand not giving the powers to the dude. That's fine, the talk. Because we've already been explained that they have a unique gene in their system. He could have still taken the shot and then nothing happened. Or, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't fault them for not wanting Hulk. They've been relying on so many characters. You know, so I don't mind that. The Abomination, of course, goes back to jail, which Wong breaks him out of at the end. What are your thoughts?
I kind of felt the same. I felt cheated because they had built this story over the whole season. And at the end, it was like, well, we'll throw that out the window because, you know, we don't want to be predictable, like you said. And then, again, spoiler alert, they brought Scar in for like a 2-second reveal.
Yeah, at the very end.
Here's my son.
Which is okay. They've been doing that this whole series, though, is they bring in a character at the end. And I applaud them for being different. It's the whole, let's just throw this. It's like the Josh character who she slept with he just disappears. He's got, this is what's getting me. Disney Plus. Supposed to be for kids and adults. Why can't you have a giddy person? We used to, when we were kids in the 80s, 90s, romantic movies, rom-coms or whatever, wasn't all about having sex.
Yeah.
Now everyone's having sex.
Yeah.
You know, she and you know, I'm okay with open sexuality. It's just like, what happened to the giddiness of just the first kiss?
Yeah.
I mean, she hooked up with Josh. She hooked up with Daredevil.
Yeah.
To me, Daredevil was good, but he wasn't the same Daredevil.
Yeah. Well, I will say that the pre-season finale episode where they introduced Daredevil, to me, that was the best episode that they'd had.
Yeah.
I really liked that episode, but he wasn't the violent Daredevil we got in the Netflix series.
He was trying to be when he was doing that. He goes, wait here, I'm going to go in.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, she's a lawyer, he's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
She all about preaches the law, and then she slams her fist and breaks the parking car garage.
Yeah.
And then she throws a car. And it's like, you're a lawyer. You would think, I understand her getting mad. I would think, as a character, be like, stop herself. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
You know, because she has full control of herself. Or so we thought until the moment with a reveal what sent her over the edge, where you thought Wolverine was going to be involved. You were wrong about that one.
I know, and that pissed me off because they kept, they did. I won't say it was a payoff, but they did. Like, she was like asking the Kevin Bot. She was like,
"What about the X-Men?
When are we getting the X-Men?"
That was kind of There was something. The writer producer, the lady who was ahead of it, she said there was a lot of other comments that were taken out that she chose to because they were mean. They were more mean. So there was a lot. She had to cut it down to the 30 minutes, and I'm like, why 30 minutes? Because not every freaking show I've been watching, and it's like, are you holding She-Hulk to a different standard of exactly 30 minutes or whatever when you weren't on all these other ones? There was a 54-minute episode and a 28-minute episode, so that's not fair. I mean, to me, if it were, they should have left them in because it would be more interesting to me.
So my thoughts on that.
Yes, Father.
I bring the divine word. I'm hoping within the next couple of years we'll start breaking away from that, because the show has to be 30 minutes or it has to be an hour. It's a holdover from time blocks on channels. We don't have that anymore. We've got streaming. You can watch it anytime you want. It's not like you have to worry about, if I run over,
How many times do you watch something on streaming and they have a commercial block? Like, it stops, it does the fade, and then it comes back. You're like, you're never going to have a commercial because this is paid,
Yeah, yeah.
This is a streaming service.
Well, that's your Netflix now.
What?
They're getting an added tier.
For cheaper, you get commercials?
Yeah.
Like everyone else?
Yeah. I don't know. I felt I felt ripped off a little bit with that last episode because it was like, she broke the fourth wall,
which was great.
But they stopped the story they were building dead in its tracks, and then it was like, well, I'm gonna go back and do da 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 da, and then Matt's gonna show up, and then he was like, hey, I'm here to help, and it was like, come on,
Yeah. That's the whole thing, is it cheesed it up a little too much. And I understand, it to be a lighthearted thing, and no problem, but if there's going to be an MCU, there has to be some edge on it.
Yeah.
Because the MCU has some. I do appreciate the comedy.
I'm hoping that they're going to better utilize her character, because she's going to be in the Daredevil series.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll better utilize her, in more of a superhero
We'll
capacity.
get another beer. There's other things that I've heard about that we can discuss.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the She-Hulk?
The last part of it I did like.
Yeah.
When she was walking into court, she got her job back.
Yeah.
And they were like, so what's your plans for the future? And she was like, hold people to that, basically the law. And they were like, in court or, as a superhero? And she was like, both.
Exactly.
Cool. So
I think the second season, because I know the second season was greenlit, I just think they were kinking out of what they can get,
Yeah.
And like I said, I hope they don't just hold one show to 30-minute episodes, because that's not fair.
Yeah.
Let them tell the stories as they fall. Some stories are longer than others.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I think you know where this is about to go. I need the music playing somewhere. This is a American-style pale ale from Sir Manchuka Tool. It is 5.5%. It is totally from... Okay, it's imported in Massachusetts, but I know it's from... Belgium. Belgium. It's a product of Belgium. Bunch of writing there. But, of course, bargain shopper that I am. Anyways, we were talking about the MCU. Now, a couple of time frames have changed and all. Of course, Wakanda Forever is coming out next, which I can't wait for. You've seen the latest...
The latest trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
And you've seen everyone they've had in there? We all know who the big baddie's going to be, or supposed baddie.
I have something on that.
Okay, which is Namor, the Sad Mariner. Of course, they show him like this, but he's not going to be the big baddie. There's going to be somebody else.
I think I know who. Well, I've heard a theory as to who it is.
You see Ironheart's going to be in there now in the thing. And of course, the big rumor is Shuri's going to become Black Panther.
Yeah. Which that last trailer all but confirmed.
Yeah. Well, there's been some with the other warriors that that T'Challa had.
Yeah.
That it could be one of them, but the only one that makes sense is Shuri because it's family.
Yeah.
So.
Family. It's Vin Diesel.
Family.
Let's see. Ooh. It's got a smell good to it.
Smell good. Is that some of them hops that don't... Yeah, no, you wish you would have got some of those clearance ones?
Damn.
That is good.
Whew.
They're expensive. Well, you get the clearance beer.
So, I read a theory on who the big bad is.
Okay. Theory.
So, there is a comic in, I guess a comic line where, basically the world comes to Wakanda and they're like, look, you gotta share your vibranium. You can't just have it all. You gotta start, divvying it up.
Of course, because that's what every nation seems to do.
And basically, Dr. Doom tricks Namor into attacking Wakanda.
That's what I've heard is Dr. Doom is going to be showing up.
And while they're fighting, he slips in and steals the vibranium and gets out, basically.
I've heard the rumor who's going to be Dr. Doom, too.
I saw Henry Cavill, which I would be...
He's been in... Well, that's the thing, is there's been a couple of people who have been in meetings with Marvel. Henry Cavill's one of them. Ryan Gosling's been one of them.
That was another one I saw.
And Keanu Reeves, of course, says he wants to play Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see exactly who is going to be.
So my guy Kyle, have fun in Chicago, Kyle. He wants...
He won't drink with us. He watches us, but he won't drink with us.
He hates us, man. I don't know what
if he's loved, he'd just come in here and he could sit in the background.
You're like a level 1 hipster. I'm thinking he's like a level 2.
He's too cool to be even close to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have my hair tied up in a bun. It's just so small you can't see it.
He was saying that he would like to see, and I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. He played the monster in Pan's Labyrinth, the eye dude.
Doug Jones?
Yes, Doug Jones.
Who plays all the great monsters.
Yeah, as he wants him to be Silver Surfer. I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
He was physically, I think he was the physical one to Lawrence Fishburne's voice in the Fantastic. Because he's like everyone's favorite. He's amazing. If you look at how many movies Doug Jones has been in, and the length. It's like I was seeing stuff when... Is that you pushing against the...
no, I was picking at the...
Oh, okay. Thinking there's something coming through the door. But, yes. This is some good stuff.
Yeah. He's actually in Star Trek right now, and he's playing a character.
You can't tell who he is.
Yeah, no.
Because he's always in makeup. Now, of course, this weekend Black Adam opens.
I'm hoping that... Something my dad always told me. If the reviews come out on a movie and the reviewers say it's terrible...
I don't ever listen to...
It's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, I don't ever listen.
So I'm hoping that all these reviews on it are just, whatever. From what I've read, if this does well, I'm thinking that Dwayne Johnson is going to be leading the DCEU in some capacity. I don't mean as the character, but I mean as like,
a big enough name, he'd be like, hey, we need to do this. We need
to,
because he's got the love for it.
Yeah. And he's already said, because somebody asked him in an interview, like, is there a part for Kevin Hart? Because you guys are already... And he was like, I've got a few ideas in mind.
Oh, God.
And the one I saw
that
was the one I saw.
That would be hilarious. Because he could do that, though. Because Mxyzptlk fucks with people.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
So.
Well, you've already heard about the supposed extra scene that's at the end of it, haven't you?
I have tried to avoid it.
Okay, then I won't tell you.
Okay. I want to see it. I try to avoid it, but, something I told him earlier Let's see if we, he wouldn't talk about it until we were on camera.
Yes, or dinner.
So rumor is that they're looking at Tom Hanks to be the Reverse Flash in Flash 2, and on top of that, they may have a replacement for Ezra Miller. So, and I can't remember the guy's name.
They need to.
Yeah.
If they want to do a Flash 2, then if you don't want to hear that, I'm not going to throw the other stuff that I've heard in there. Because there's lots of big news with Rock's pushing of Black Adam, and there's a lot of news coming out.
I totally see him in the character, but I never would have guessed that like Pierce Brosnan would have done like a superhero movie.
Well, that in an interview, he what was it? He was actually, when Michael Keaton was accepting the role as Batman, he was also in the running, and he made a comment about some schmuck with a cape.
Yeah.
And so Burton just dismissed him.
Yeah.
And he always wanted to be in one of Burton's Batman movies. And
yeah.
He said that, he's like, I kind of regret saying that, but it just kind of came out.
He would have made, if they had continued the Burton Batman, he would have made a good Two-Face.
Oh yeah.
That would have been cool.
He could have been a good anything.
Yeah.
He could have been a good Dr. Freeze. Better than Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Because that was not the character of Freeze.
No. I'm holding on to... So they're in talks to do the Batman 2.
Oh, yeah. That's part of the whole thing that I wanted to explode to you about.
Okay.
Because I'll just say kind of like this. Walter Hamada, who is the DC executive, is being pushed out by the Discovery. I think his term's up, they're not re-signing him or whatever. And so, remember he was the reason, what I hear is why Cavill wasn't let back in, and they haven't done a Man of Steel 2. So they're already now talking, after Black Adam's success, they want to start doing the guy who wrote Aquaman 2 wants to write a Man of Steel 2 now. So it's going to be interesting, because that's the only thing that's been holding up the whole re-signing of Cavill to the Superman movies, which could bring back a different kind of Snyder universe.
Yeah.
And of course another Batman with Pattinson coming through year 3 or 4, coming up through the thing.
Yeah.
That could eventually end up becoming a Ben.
Yeah.
You see where he gets broken. You could have a Red Hood in a movie. You could have the breaking of, Jason Todd.
I want another Robin. And to me, that, like, the George Clooney, like, the Batman, all that kind of ruined it. And I think that left a bad taste in everybody's mouth for, like, Robin and Batgirl. I want Batgirl. I want another Robin. I wouldn't mind seeing, like, this movie, we have this Robin, and then we do this movie, and the next one it's like, oh, he aged out, now he's Nightwing.
Exactly.
And now we get a spin-off Nightwing,
Exactly.
So,
and a spin-off Teen Titans.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You could use this, and it's a shame that some of the upper echelon are afraid of that. It's like, look at the popularity, and you're just holding it back. It's like there's so much, the Bat family in general by itself. And then you can go into the Superman, all the bad guys, the enemies.
Yeah.
And it's like the only one they put late. How many? It's been Lex Luthor. It's like you've got Brainiac, who makes a fantastic bad guy. If you watch Krypton, Brainiac was fantastic, and they brought Lobo into it.
Yeah.
And I was really worried about Lobo in the Krypton series, but it was really good.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max. Krypton is, I think.
Okay.
Watch it. It's you'll sit there and start like, damn, this is a lot better than I thought.
I'm gonna have to. It's like that'll have to be next. Right now, I'm still working on the Breaking Bad stuff.
Oh, I thought you had finished all that.
I finished Breaking Bad. I finished the movie. I'm almost done with Better Call Saul.
Okay.
So, but we were actually. I was talking to my other guy, Quentin. We were talking about Alfred's, and I told him, have you watched any of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or anything like that? There's a guy in there. Let me see if I can find his name real quick. Even if you don't know his name, if I showed you a picture.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's going to be the interesting part besides that is with James Gunn's contract after Guardians 3, you know he's doing a second series of Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And I'm sure DC's going to be like, hey, you want to do something else you like?
Him. His name is,
I know his face.
Jonathan Banks.
Okay.
I think he would be an amazing Alfred if you based it off of the whole him being from like MI6 or MI5, whatever they're gonna call it. Because his character in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, it's very like straight laced. I mean, he's a criminal, but he's very straight laced. He does his research, and I could totally see that as a perfect like Alfred.
Have you seen Pennyworth yet?
Not yet.
It is really good.
Even with the dumb name change they did.
What dumb name change?
So it started off as Pennyworth.
Okay.
And this new season coming out, I don't know if it started not yet or not. They changed it to Pennyworth, the story of Batman's butler.
Oh, they added that into it. It might be when he's, because like the first season you get to see Martha, you know, and whatever Batman's dad's name is, I forget. You know, we always remember Martha because Superman's mom shares the same name.
Martha! Martha!
I suddenly agree with you and I will save you.
How do you know that name?
She's my mom.
Tell you what the drugs are.
She faked her death to get away from you.
I want to say Jonathan, but that's Superman's dad's name.
I don't know, it might be. Paul Kent is what I... Paul? But anyway, yeah, you introduce them in the first season, but they're together and they don't like each other. You know, but it's an interesting show. Pennyworth is.
Okay.
I recommend that one too. But the DC universe is going to be interesting to see what happens after this.
You know, I was just thinking. Are they going to stick with? Damn it.
And if you didn't do it, you drink too.
Are they going to stick with who they picked for Joker in the Batman?
I hope so.
Because I don't know who... I didn't know who it was, and I just...
They don't really shit. The deleted scene, you see more of it.
Yeah. And
I thought he did a good job. So I think they should. If they do, I don't know.
I have a recommendation.
Oh. Neil Patrick Harris.
He would do a good job.
I just threw a name out. MPH could be good at anything.
Yeah, but I was thinking Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he would be great at anything.
Yeah.
But I still like him as Strange.
I mean, who says they can't double dip?
Father, you can never double dip.
Double dip upon thee, because Henry Cavill might be Doctor Doom and Superman.
That would be a twist, wouldn't it? What's your twist? Alright. Oh, dang. This high dollar camera stuff here. We've got Father Bowman again.
Top quality equipment.
Top quality.
Top
Zero budget. So what do we got?
We have
Proof Brewing out of Tallahassee, Florida.
Strawberry Lemonade Evil Kiss.
Evil Kiss.
Berliner Weiss.
Oh, that's going to be good.
4.5%.
Okay. I'm going to show the pretty picture. Evil Kiss. Oh, damn, you forget how to pour?
Yes.
And that is a party foul. It's not that hard. And I know, Father, it's been a while.
It has been. I don't indulge in sin this often, my child.
This often, every other week.
Yes.
Lately.
You might. There's a tad more.
There's a tad more.
When you're done with that.
You gave me too much head, Father.
The Lord giveth. I'm going now. I know. So.
We'll be seeing you there shortly. Berliner Weisses are always good. Did you think of something to talk about? We got Halloween coming up. there anything y'all do for Halloween?
Just the trick or treating. And I don't even know what day that's going to be.
Any Halloween movies to watch?
Recently introduced my daughter to Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, we did that too. Hocus 1 and 2.
We haven't watched the second one yet.
Okay. I had never seen Hocus Pocus.
Really?
Yeah, as an adult, never seen it till I'm 50 years old.
Did your child ask the same question that my child asked?
I don't know. What did he ask? What did she ask?
Daddy, what's a virgin?
Did Zane ask that, honey?
No. That's something you want to explain to a 7-year-old. I just told her, you'll find out when you're older.
She'll find out what a virgin is.
I'm not ready to explain that stuff yet, so.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Have that talk later in life.
Well, hopefully you'll enjoy the second one. Just more of the first.
Okay.
I mean, my own opinion, I don't know. Maybe if I grew up on Hocus Pocus, but I skipped it, so.
Our guy, Doug Jones is in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, and you can't tell he's aged.
Yeah.
Plays the same part. Damn makeup.
Yeah. Let's see. Any other movie news that I saw?
No. And of course, we've got our Armor Wars is going to be made into a movie instead of a show now.
Yeah.
You got the Secret Invasion coming up. You've got New World Order. You got Thunderbolts. You got the Kang Dynasty. Supposedly, from what I heard, is I'm going to mispronounce his name. Is it Marcella Ali, who's going to be the new Blade?
Yeah, Marcella.
He had threatened to walk off because he hadn't seen any work. So that's why Kevin Feige has tried to shift some stuff. That's why Werewolf by Night suddenly appeared on the horizon.
Hey.
I guess if you have an Academy winning actor, who wants to do something, I'm interested because I want to see what they're going to do with Blade.
I could see where if you've signed for a role and it hasn't started filming yet, and you have other roles coming your way, you've got to kind of go like, well,
when am I going to do it?
Yeah, I'd like to do that, but I don't know when I'm going to start filming for this other movie I've signed for.
Exactly, because they sign movies in advance. That's the whole thing.
So.
And of course, for Christmas, we have the Guardians Christmas special coming up.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for Violent Night?
Yes. I sent it. Speaking of my friend over there at Basement Buddies podcast, my friend Brooks over there, he dresses as Santa every year, and it looks like I had to send him the preview. I was like, "You got what?" Because it looks like him, David Harbour done like that, and the way he sounds. I was like, "This is Brooks right here."
Have you in not like upcoming movie news? I watched 90% of the Lost City last night. That was
Lost City.
Yeah,
I've seen it. Sandra Bullock and
you've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better than I thought it would be.
My favorite part.
I didn't know Brad Pitt was going to be in it.
Yeah,
so that surprised me.
Spoiler alert! My favorite part was when he rescued her.
Yeah.
And he's untying her. And he's like, "Shh, it's gonna be okay." They're building this vibe, and then all of a sudden, the side of his head just.
But then it's not over.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't got to the end yet.
Well, no, my wife did. I fell asleep at the end.
You gotta watch the ending.
Okay, not because it was bad, but because I changed my schedule a little bit.
But it was a lot funnier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
For a movie that went straight to Paramount, I think it was funny.
Yeah.
Wendy wanted to watch it, and I was like, and I was like, whatever, let's watch it.
Oh, it went to theater.
Did it?
Yeah, because my parents went and saw it.
That's for the crickets.
Yeah.
But it's decent.
Yeah.
It'll keep your interest for the time. Trying to think. Did you ever see Fat Man?
Not yet, no.
You got to see that this Christmas. I think it's on Peacock streaming right now.
Okay.
Mel Gibson. If you haven't seen it, Viola Davis. Walton Goggins. It's very interesting. You have to see it. It's a Christmas movie for all ages, just like Violent Night will be this year.
Yeah.
David Harbour playing Santa Claus. And what was that, John Leguizamo as the bad guy it looked like? It's like, I haven't seen John Leguizamo in quite a while. I mean, you hear him in that animated show. He was always that sloth.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Age.
Ice Age, yeah. Speaking of...
oh, that's what I was going to bring to you, too. Go ahead.
Pensacon.
Yes.
What's his name? Rufio from Hook.
Okay.
The guy that played, I can't remember what his name is. He was the guy that replaced Peter Pan when he left, whatever.
Okay.
Rufio, whatever. He's also the voice of Zuko on Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's going to be at our local convention coming up, which I'm excited. I want to go.
Oh, cool.
He does. He does this really cool thing on TikTok. He's done so many different roles, and he gets royalty checks from them, and he calls it the royalty lottery.
Yeah.
And he gets them in, and he, based off of what he gets in his royalties, is what his dinner is going to be that night. And so it ranges from like Taco Bell to, oh, it's a good day. I get to go to an actual restaurant, But he'll get like, oh, this is my check for being, Rufio from Hook. $3.74 this time.
Sorry, I'm farting over. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But I found this out. I didn't even know it was even scheduled. I think you might have mentioned it. But being not from Michael Bay, the new Transformers. It's already filmed. Bringing the Beast Wars in.
Yeah, but they announced who was going to be in it, and I was like,
We'll see. It sounds interesting. I mean, it's directed by the guy who directed Creed 2.
There was an actor that's going to be in it, and I can't remember who it was, and I was like,
But you got Ron Perlman as a voice in there. But it's, I think, the Beast Within or something. The Beast, but it's all about the Beast Wars. You're bringing Optimus Primal.
Rise of the Beast.
Rise of the Beast.
There was an actor. Oh, Pete Davidson. That's who it was. I'm not a fan.
I don't care.
So, but
Bumblebee was the best Transformer movie to me, and it wasn't a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited because that's what I grew up on was Beast Wars.
Yeah, I didn't, so I'm excited just because I can show it to my kids and I can learn something.
I'm waiting to see if they follow it because
they haven't followed anything else.
Well, I know. Let me tell you something. Who is it that's directing?
Stephen Chappell Jr., who is a guy who did Creed 2.
Who the fuck you are? Excuse my language. If you screw up Dinobot, I'm coming for you. That is all.
And Creed 3, they just had a trailer release of that. And they've got Jonathan Majors, who's Kang.
Yeah.
He's plays
Killmonger.
him and Killmonger. So it's Kang Killmonger. It looks interesting, though, because it's Michael P. Jordan, or B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
It's his it's his directorial debut, and it looks really good. So if you haven't seen that preview, go check it out, Creed 3.
I'm a little behind on the Rocky movies.
So, I am, too. But there's been high praise for the Creed movies. And I need to go to the bathroom right now. Back with another beer. This time we have Espresso Porter from Palmetto Brewing Company. It's a 6%. Palmetto is out of North Carolina. Of course, it's a porter, so it's going to be dark. We're watching Avenue 5 on HBO Max with Hugh Laurie, Josh Gad, and a bunch of BBC actors. It's pretty funny. I like Hugh Laurie in a lot of things. There shall be no interruptions, please.
You're going to go to jail if I punch a 12-year-old.
Yes. We have a camera. So obviously it's a dark, because it's a porter. You can definitely smell the espresso.
It's got a very good coffee taste to it.
Oh yeah, it's not thick.
You know, I wonder what this tastes like with a little bit of like coffee creamer or like a little bit of Kahlua in it.
1 second. The magic of. Remember this TikTok? Bourbon cream.
Ooh.
You want to try a little bit first to see if you think it'll go?
Yes.
We'll do a shot of it first.
We'll give it a shot.
Never had bourbon cream, and you can mix it with root beer.
Ooh.
And make a ice cream float, a root beer float.
Oh.
So you think that'll go in it?
I think it will. Got a little.
Yeah, I love mixing. Oh. So, palmetto, if you see this, which I wish you would, just do some shooters with some Ezra Brooks bourbon cream in your porter. Your porter's is a really good, but we just made a beer cocktail.
Hell yeah. That's what we do here at the Brew Pail. We find opportunities and we take advantage of them.
I just hope you don't take advantage of me. That was really kind of scary there. I don't know where that voice came from. And don't say you pulled it out of your ass.
Squeal for me, boy.
So did you find something to talk about this time, or we just
not really? I saw, and I'd have to look some more into it, but apparently they're looking at Adam Driver for Fantastic Four. I just don't know who he would play in Fantastic Four.
Johnny?
I don't see it.
Because you're stuck on Chris Evans. Because like Chris Evans, you find out how good he actually is. He's got a movie coming out with The Rock. He's going to start filming in a little bit. They just put a picture on. It's a Christmas movie for next year. You don't care.
I mean,
you're feeling invisible tits. You don't want to see it. Father Spencer do that. We'll be back with something maybe.